there, so today we're going to be talking about YouTube Shorts because, like, what? If you'd asked me last year, what kind of thing do you think you were making videos about in 2022? YouTube Shorts was not one of them. To this day, I'm still quite confused as to how they are, like, the best performing thing on social media right now. Like, who watches YouTube Shorts? Who? But I will say, I was doing some research on there the other day for this video, and I did find myself, maybe like, it was about half an hour before I clocked what was going on. I was just scrolling. I was just enjoying it, just aimlessly, because it is, obviously, it's all kind of the same content that goes onto TikTok, which then goes onto Reels. But will say, I feel like Reels is the place that you go where you want kind of like inspiration and you want to, at least this is how it's catered for me anyway, motivation, that kind of thing. And then TikTok is where you go to kind of like relax, and it's just like kind of fun things. And then YouTube is kind of a combination of both I've found so far. But that aside, I'm going to talk to you today about some of the tips to help your YouTube Shorts kind of go viral. When I use the term viral, to me, in this sense, when it comes to like your own things, that to me just means getting more views than the number of subscribers you have. It doesn't necessarily have to be like millions and millions of views, but anything above your current audience is viral in a sense because you're attracting new people. So that's, yeah, and it sounds fun to say that your video's gone viral, even when it's only a few thousand. I've got a few points to go through. Some of them are really cool, and I actually only learnt when I was doing this research, so stick around because, yeah, they're going to be fun. So, one thing that I found, and some people were saying this as well, is that your YouTube Shorts videos, if they don't like kind of blow up in the first few minutes, give it 24 hours, which I agree with to an extent, but I've kind of found if it doesn't blow up within the first 30 minutes or so, it's generally pretty stuck, whether that be at like 0 views. So far for me, it's been a pretty much like an all or nothing kind of thing. It's either been stuck at 0, like no views whatsoever, or it's gone to, I've got about 1,000, nearly 300 subscribers on here now. Yeah, it goes from it's either nothing or it's 2-3k, or sometimes it'll get the 1 to 2k, and then within the 24 hours it'll get up to 3-4. I personally think, on this platform at least so far, there's no shame in reposting a video if it hasn't gone as well as you'd like it to after the 24-hour period. You can then think about changing the hashtags that you use, which we'll come on to in a bit, but yeah, I don't see any shame in that. Just experiment and see what works for you. I found that keeping it at 15 seconds is like the optimum time, and using the YouTube library music that you've got to use, you can only use 15 seconds worth of music, which I think is why the 15 seconds bit helps. In a way, you've got to remember the basics, and you would apply to any other video on any platform. You want to grab the person's attention within the first 3 seconds, regardless of how long the video ends up being. Those first 3 seconds are crucial as to whether people stay or not. So have certain things come up on the screen, maybe have certain, if you're going to be talking in it, like, you know, project within those first few seconds. You couldn't at the beginning, but you can now balance out the audio, so your sound and the YouTube sound can be like adjusted so you can hear you perfectly. That's quite new. They only really introduced that within like the last month or so, I believe. And I always think they work better when you add one of the features from YouTube, so like text, for example. If you just put some text somewhere on the screen, even if you want to, I've done this once and it did work, I don't know if it was a coincidence. If you want to type the text out, kind of drag it, make it either really small or like drag it off the screen so you can't see it, but so you've still used it in there somewhere. I found that works as well, but maybe just add text. If you're going to add it in like a different platform, like on InShot or YouCut or whatever, then maybe just like add it in on the app. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen, and I don't know why it impressed me so much, but you can turn your old YouTube videos into shorts. Did you know that? Isn't that crazy? Let's just do it together. So I have just posted this weekly vlog. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to press remix and then edit into shorts. Crazy. Now bear in mind, let me turn it down. For the future when you're filming, I'm hoping I've done it enough with this one, maybe not. The goal is to be in the centre frame and further enough away so that when I crop this down to just this, it's not going to be like really close in. It's going to be like, there's a good level by the side of me. So yeah, you just scroll across and you find something interesting. See, this is way too zoomed in, but I didn't do it with the vlogging purpose in mind. I'm just going to grab, I don't know, not the best quality, but it serves the purpose in this video. I love this song, I don't know why, I use it in everything. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll use that. And you press next, and then you can mention, you can add text, whatever. I'm just doing a quick version, but, oh, by the way, while I'm here typing this, let me just talk about the titles. So this title, you can add hashtags into everything. You've got the 100 character limit, but you've got a 100 character limit on any YouTube title, so you've got to treat it the same way. It's still something that's going to be searched. So I used to use it like a caption, but it is more of a title, obviously. So what would you title this if you were going to post this as a video? As I'm editing this, my wonderful SD card corrupted, so here is the rest of the video. So yeah, you're going to need to title it whatever you title a regular video, but try and leave a little bit of room for hashtags in the end. Now remember, you can go and edit this video like you would any other video and add in an actual description where you can add, you know, your description and loads of tags as well, the 500 characters worth of tags. I love my Mac, but you actually can't do anything without the fan going off, so I'm very sorry for the noise, but I really want to get this video out there. So yeah, make sure you include hashtag shorts and hashtag shorts video, because I found that they do so much better when you use this, and I believe that you can't actually, like, your video won't appear as a short as much to other people if you don't put hashtag shorts, like it won't appear on that shelf. So then just after that, add in any popular hashtags, so you can see I'm just checking out like the number like of channels and the number of views connected to each hashtag, and that's how I choose the biggest ones. Usually kind of SMM, something to do with social media manager, a day in my life, that kind of thing. You can also edit the thumbnail too if you're really bothered about like the aesthetic, or if you just want to appeal to other people. Yeah, in your usual like YouTube editor, edit the thumbnail. My last point's really quickly, because I know the sound is so annoying and I'm really sorry about that, but I just wanted to mention how you can check your analytics just to see when the best time to post is, and follow this with your shorts as well. For some people it won't be available yet, you have to have a certain number of views, but for the most of you should be able to see the best time to post for people. And last time, I just want to emphasize the importance of the long tail keywords in the title. It's really, really key to make sure that your videos can be searched. Think about like SEO and bring that into this as well, and into everything you do with social media. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry for how this video ended. Oh, and the dreaded Skype message. Everything's happening, but yeah, thank you so much, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.